Jaime Dunn, General Manager at BDP, formerly Nafibo. Many congratulations on winning Best Investment Bank in Bolivia for 2010.
Thank you very much. This really means a lot to us. We're a small company with a lot of dreams, a lot of energy, and a lot of innovation. We're very happy to receive the award because it is a recognition for all the hard work we've done, and also a recognition to all the people. 14 very hardworking men and women in our company with a lot of dreams. Thank you very much.
What's the focus of your company's work?
I think that we should define our work as a way of reducing risk. We have introduced in our Bolivian market and somehow in Latin America financial structuring that help us reduce risk and at the same time to get a very good amounts of financing for companies that themselves sometimes are not able to get it because of the high levels of risk. That on one hand. On the other hand, securitization, it's a process of structured finance that allows company to get a financing from the asset side. So at the end, they're not issuing debt or equity, which is very good for the companies because they are able to use now the three sides of the balance sheet in order to finance, being securitization, the asset side form of financing.
And you're a relatively young company, but you've built a dominant market position.
Yeah, that is true. Because of the quality of the services that we've been able to get in our country, and as well because of the high impact of our product, we've been able to basically create a new market, which is the securitization market of Bolivia.
So let's go back to the late 1990s. You were working on Wall Street and then you decided to go back to Bolivia. How did it go from there?
Well, that is correct. When I was working in New York in mortgage-backed securities, I did find very interesting that we had a form of financing that could have very big impact in our country. So when I came back to Bolivia, one of the first things I did was to see how that could work in my country. And basically what I did was to copy what was being done right in the United States. A lot of people say that copying is plagiarism, but if you copy a lot of things and a lot of people, that's research. So I did a lot of research, and I implanted a new market in Bolivia.
And it's clearly worked well because you've broadened access to securitization in Bolivia to a remarkable degree, both in terms of clients and investors.
Yeah, that is correct. As soon as we came out with this product, obviously at the beginning it was very hard to introduce it because a lot of people couldn't understand it because of the complexity of the product. However, once we did it, we had a big impact in the market and a lot of interest of foreign companies as well and foreign investors, and wanted to see how they could get a little bit of money into Bolivia without taking a lot of risk.
You like to refer to the alchemy of securitization. How would you define that?
Yes, I use the word alchemy because what we do is basically to get assets that have certain degree of risk to a lower degree of risk. So if some company or some asset is rated BB or BBB, we can get it very fast into an investment grade or up into the AAA ratings. That transformation of risk is what I refer to the alchemy of securitization, which is basically a means of combining a lot of hedging mechanisms within a special purpose vehicle in order to reduce risk. So at the end, you have a very nice combination of, because of lower risk, lower rates. And lower rates means higher prices and obviously a best return for the risk given to the investors.
So what's next for BDP? What are the goals for the future?
BDP is just beginning in Bolivia. We have a country that's going through a very deep transformation from the political side, the social side, and obviously the financial side. This transformation is generating new investors. It's generating the opportunity for new companies to come into the market and generate an opportunity for companies like ours that can give financing. That's where we want to be placed in order to get new investors into the securities market because of high personal income that is being generated through the years, and because new companies are being created under the government policies. Another thing we want to do obviously, as the government becomes bigger within our economy, is to get the government to be our primary and most important client. Bolivian government is going to have needs of financing of over $17 billion in the next 5 years. If we could only get 10% of those financial needs to be attended by us, we're going to become very rapidly into the biggest securitization company in Latin America.